Good morning, Clearbranch Kids. I know you guys are so excited because it's finally summer. And this summer, we're going to spend all summer celebrating. We're going to be throwing a huge party every Sunday in the backyard, celebrating all of the things that God has done for us. And when I think about a party, when I think about celebrating, that really brings me joy, which is perfect because that's going to be our focus for the month of June. So what is joy? Because it's not quite the same as being happy. Because happy is dependent on certain things, but joy is deep down inside choosing to remember what God has done for you, no matter what is happening. And sometimes it can be hard, but we're going to hear a lot of different stories about that. So today we're going to kick off with a story from the New Testament for the book of Luke that picks up during Jesus's ministry. Now, we know that every time that Jesus spoke, people gathered from all around to hear everything he had to say. And there would be a wide range of people. Some people who were Jews, some who were Gentiles. There may be religious leaders, but there would also be people that maybe other folks didn't want to hang out with, like tax collectors. Nobody liked them. And also people that it was widely known they had made some really bad choices. And people just kind of stayed away from them because they didn't want that ick on them. So this day, as Jesus was talking, there were all of those kinds of people in the crowd. Now, the religious leaders did not like that Jesus would encourage these undesirables to come and hear him speak. And so they were talking amongst themselves and kind of complaining, saying they couldn't believe this Jesus guy would let these people these sinners, these people that everyone else shunned, come and be in the crowd with him. And Jesus overheard them. And he didn't say anything to them directly, but he started to speak again. And he told a story, a parable, in other words, to explain something to people because he was trying to get a point across to just those people. So he told about a shepherd, and many people were familiar with shepherds. This was easy for them to understand. Many of them actually probably were shepherds. So he told about a shepherd who had 100 sheep. And then one night, as he was getting everyone in for the night, he realized that one of his sheep was missing. Now, guys, I don't know if you know much about sheep, but they're really cute, but they're not super smart. And they would never make it all night out in the wilderness without their shepherd. And so this sheep loved his sheep. This shepherd loved his sheep, and he wanted to take care of them. And so he secured the 99 other sheep, and he went out to hunt as hard as he could for this sheep, this poor, innocent, not very smart, but sheep that was reliant on him. And he searched until he finally found that sheep tangled up in some briars. And so he got it untangled, and he picked it up, and he carried it over his shoulders all the way back. And then when he got back to the pen, he made sure the sheep was safe, but then he took it another step further. He celebrated. He was so excited to have his sheep back that he called all of his friends and family, and he asked them to come and celebrate with him the fact that this one sheep was now back home in his fold. Now, why did Jesus tell this story? Well, he told them. He said, here's the thing. Some of you guys, you follow all the rules, you do what you're supposed to do. But I'm here to take care of those people who need me, the folks who need some loving guidance, the folks who need God's love. He was saying that each of us, any of us who has been less than perfect, are like that one sheep. Sometimes we may wander out of the fold. We may make a series of bad decisions that puts us somewhere that we don't need to be. We may be the person who's acted out and been ugly and nobody wants to be around us. But to God, we're that sheep. Doesn't matter which of the 100 sheep we are, we're a sheep. We're one of his children that he has created and that he loves more than anything. And so we can have joy knowing that God loves us that much. But also, we can look around and we can be the friends of that shepherd. We can help celebrate the things that God has done. It's very easy to look around and see all the many ways that God has done wonderful things in the world, in our lives, and in the lives of our friends. And we should be like those friends and come running to celebrate what God has done. So regardless, guys, this week we're going to kick off our month on joy, celebrating what Jesus has done. Have a great week.